There it is.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
We are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report, the Barnes, Riley, and Tony show today.
Who would have thought, dude?
The day after the horseshoe, after the big Jet overtime win on a rainy Monday. How you fellas doing today?
I'm doing great, dude. That was your knob, isn't it? I think this is my knob. Sorry, dude. Just running through a couple headphones.
The quiz. This is the quiz.
It's the quiz, dude. The headphones, dude. You know what it is. It was great, dude. I'm pretty stoked to talk about sports again here. The quick turnaround, maybe some more pizza after this, dude.
Wow. Riley, like a day after, what were your thoughts on the Southport pizza?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good slice. Enjoyed all of it.
How many slices did you have?
I just had one.
That's awesome. I also had one.
Thank you.
You just can't beat it at the end of the day.
You really can't, dude.
And it had been weeks for me, so I was like really fired up.
For pizza or just Southport?
Southport.
What did you have before Southport, pizza-wise?
I'm trying to think the last one I had. I got Rico's on Friday with Sam,
What
actually.
the hell is Rico's?
It's basically Colony, but like the chef from Colony made his own.
Oh, is that? I've heard of
It's
this.
in Fairfield.
Yes. And you
there's a
enjoyed
bunch
it?
of Stanford. Yeah, really good.
Better than Colony?
I mean, it's the same thing, except you have a lot more topping options. So it's kind of nice to have that.
Really?
You know, they have like eggplant and like broccoli and stuff that Colony.
Is it still like
doesn't
$1
have. Buffalo
topping?
chicken. Trying to think of what the
The
pricing.
the Colony prices are kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less the same. But we've talked about this. Like at this point, at this day and age, sure, you know, there's going to be some, you know, random exceptions, but everything's overpriced. So for me, I'm just looking to be satisfied with what I'm eating. And if it's really good, I'm good with it. You know, obviously if it's mediocre, then that's a different story.
There's a problem.
And we do have some comments to get to, but before we do that, would like to wish Lonnie a happy birthday today.
Dude.
So congrats to Lonnie, another birthday. Pumped to see him later at the Islanders game. And let's go. Right?
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be a sick time.
100%. What do we got for comments?
100%. We're starting early off, and Kev, do you know what the first one here says? Let's go. He says that halitosis is bad.
Do we know what that means?
No.
Halitosis?
I think Kev has a lot of these like subtle things that like we're not sure what he means. You know,
What do you think it is?
I honestly I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like a disease. I would say it's something like being too stagnant, like bedridden, maybe.
Back spasm.
Bad breath.
Bad breath.
Oh, well, everything's staying. Like I think that's more or less what he was going.
Jets,
after.
Giants, probably.
Yeah.
Player
Jets,
position. Oh, a tic tac can't help. This is getting crazy. We want to smoke. Rep the company, rep the TV, rep the sports report. Hashtag this guy keeps going, dude.
Yeah.
The tic
Kev's fired up.
dude. Yeah.
You think he's fired up for the Raiders later? Monday Night Football.
No,
No.
they kind of all picked the Lions, didn't they? So.
But I don't know if that was really Kev's pick.
Yeah, but like the company as a whole. Dude,
But
so he's probably
come
kinda
on,
tight, dude.
you
He's
really
tight.
think
I
he's
tight.
company picks over his own football team?
No, but I think he's tight. I don't think he's right. I think he's tight.
That's why he's saying Tic Tacs.
Yeah,
Because
Tic
it
Tacs
stinks going against your team.
Halitosis, dude.
There you go. Connecting the dots, Tony.
Josh B says, "Grand rising, happy birthday, Lonnie,
Josh
aka
B.
Chairman." Zach Wilson still stinks. Halitosis, we know. Rep the company, rep the TV, rep the sports port. And then, or also early enough, we have Matt Ryan at Josh B, the company press. We need to start Simeon.
And they were talking about it on Rick and Dave before when Dave, in the midst of Dave flipping a gasket. And I guess Rick was saying, I mean, technically speaking, Simeon's still on the practice squad. And the Boyle has been the active quarterback. So
and
that
that's
doesn't
where he's going to fucking stay, though. Like, that's not
so that, they would need to promote him to the active roster. So just some housekeeping. But I mean, nevertheless, that is the scenario.
Then we got Jay Bird saying the sports port hustle is unmatched. Love this show of the Jets. If you don't have hater, you ain't popping.
You know what a one-liner from Jay. Always appreciate him tuning in. Shades are clearly on early and often, Tony, right?
Yeah, dude, Monday morning.
Start the week off right.
Yeah, dude. And we got Lonnie saying, "Good morning, gentlemen. So much for that kid on the Bears being in a good Staley, right? Oh, sorry, pop it up. Staley saves his job for a week. Lions should win tonight, but who knows with them? Islanders game tonight! Exclamation point! Hashtag rep the company. Hashtag rep DTV." He says, "Thank you, Barnes, for the birthday wishes." And then Kev Dew says, "Let's fucking go Raiders!" Excited to make that pick.
I told you.
I mean, obviously make the pick, but still, I'm sure he's tight that the company made that pick, dude. Like,
and we'll
tough,
get to it. But of course, as it really has been his entire time as head coach, a lot of heat on Josh McDaniels. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but players only meet, or not players only, just open forum discussion about like how to turn things around. And like, I guess Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams were speaking. So I guess they felt good coming out of the meeting. We'll see if that translates on the field, but definitely a tense situation there in Vegas.
Wow. Speaking of a tense situation, Kev Dew saying, "I didn't even know because I was busy on Friday."
Wow.
He wouldn't have allowed it.
I mean, that's like me being off a day on the sports board and I come back and like Brian is on an Oilers jersey, dude. Full on McDavid.
But see,
I didn't even know.
I wouldn't do that, Tony. That's different.
Is it different?
Yes. And it's like you go back to that. But honestly, at the time, before I made a decision, it was a tough decision.
It was.
But it's not like a discussion anymore. Like, let's go Rangers.
David in the Heritage unis yesterday, dude, looking pretty
The
fly.
Heritage.
The Heritage, dude.
But so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Monday Night Football game. So a lot to get to. Of course, some more hockey as well. That Islanders matchup with the Red Wings. But let's start in the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted. Picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. So we were live at the Horseshoe last night when the game between the Chargers and the Bears started. And as we anticipated, as soon as it started, it was over as the Chargers thoroughly dominate the Bears en route to a 30-13 victory, leading this one 24-7 at half and cruising the rest of the way. Justin Herbert with a dominant performance, 31 of 40, 298, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and wasn't sacked. QBR good for an 82. So that was an outstanding job out of him. Austin Eckler, the leading receiver, 94 yards and a touchdown. And as we've seen over the years with Eckler, more success as a receiver than a runner, only 29 yards on 15 carries. You also saw Keenan Allen, 8 receptions for 69 yards. Of course, and listen, I mean, you're facing a quarterback who was starting at Shepherd University last year, Division II, but the Chargers defense did a good job with Bajent. 2 picks, sacked him once. Those interceptions by Derwin James and Jasir Taylor. So really not much to break down here other than, the Chargers, a must-needed win, a move to 3-4 here, as Lonnie alluded to, Staley off the hot seat, for a minute here. But of course, setting up this big matchup with the Jets, next Monday night, 1 week from tonight, where, for both teams, it's really a must-win game. You think about how it reflects upon the standings. I mean, it's a 2-game difference. Either the teams are going to be tied with the same record or the Jets are going to have a 2-game lead on the Chargers, which is huge because there's a lot of teams vying for those 3 wild card spots. So I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, as that game gets closer, we'll talk more and more about that. But in specific to the Chargers team here, I mean, we know about the ability of Herbert. We know about the offensive talent. And really, the defense has a lot of playmakers as well. Bosa with that sack last night. We saw the couple interceptions. Derwin James has been one of the best safeties in the leagues for years. But everybody points to Brandon Staley, that he's going to find a way to mess it up. I mean, what do we think about the Chargers moving forward here? I mean, is there a chance for them to really, kind of turn things around and solidify their spot in this AFC playoff race, or do you think it's very questionable?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think it is still questionable. I mean, we saw the Chargers this season so far. I mean, they're 3-4, and yeah, look at this game. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. I mean, like, the Bears are not a great team, but I mean, I feel like the Chargers still were a little disappointing throughout the season. Obviously, the past 2 weeks before the Bears, losing to the Chiefs, losing to the Cowboys, scoring only 34 points between those two games too. You'd expect the Chargers to put up better, like, more points. Understand the Cowboys have a good defense. Chiefs defense isn't terrible. They're good. But still, like, you should be making these games a little bit more competitive. I don't know, dude. And I think that their question of coaching is, a viable question, and getting to the postseason. I mean, I think that's just going to be even more exaggerated if you have a bad coach.
Yeah. But I mean, we know how good Justin Herbert is, in that performance last night. You just that reaction there. I mean, Tony, you don't think Justin Herbert's that good?
I mean, no, I think he's a very good quarterback for sure. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like I understand, he's young still. And he's going to have a bright future in the NFL as a quarterback. But also, I don't know. I mean, I feel like people blaming the coach is a little bit, I think they're putting too much on the coach, I think. So I think at the end of the day, I mean, you talk about it all the time. I mean, good players, good quarterbacks take the game into their own hands.
Right.
And that's what Justin Herbert, I think, should do, but he's not. And again, I understand, like, the youth, the inexperience. Third season?
Fourth season.
All right. So, I mean, like, I think it's now time to see, like, I mean, he should be, I think this season, like, specifically for him, like, he should be in the postseason. Fourth year in the league. Like, he's supposed to be this really good quarterback. I mean, let's see it, dude.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that historic collapse last year too.
Yeah.
That was brutal. What were you going to say, Riley?
I mean, skills wise, he can make any throw on the field.
Right.
Like, I think he's up there with one of the most talented quarterbacks in the game. Maybe game managing, maybe audibles, plays. That's why I talk about the coach. I mean, we always say this, but I mean, you put him in an offense like the 49ers, like, that team's insane.
Right.
Like,
right.
He's insane. I think he is very talented. Maybe, like you said, he has more growth to do in learning the position more, the game management, but talent-wise, he's top of the top in the league.
Top of the top.
And I mean, but that being said, I mean, Riley, do you feel that, like we just talked about with Staley, I mean, is he so good where, while that is, can possibly impact his success, that he's so talented, he should be able to rise above that and get the job done anyway?
I think so. He should, but having Staley definitely doesn't help. Like, it's kind of, you got to look at both sides. He should be making, because like Tony said, a quarterback does control the game. Like, he can audible at any play. Like, he controls the offense.
I really wanted to get a picture of Tony there. I don't know what that look was for. No, I agree. Obviously, the audibles, everything. And I do like Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator. I do think he's a good offensive mind. And I would love to see him, like we talked about already, I mean, be the head coach of this team. I mean, we'll see if he gets that opportunity. And you look it up coming for the Chargers. I mean, it's not a walk in the park. Obviously, the Jets game will be tough. Then you're hosting the Lions at Lambeau. I mean, that looks like you should be pretty good there. But Lambeau has never been an easy place to play. It's just a matter of the Packers can get out of their own way and generate some offense. Then you host the Ravens on Sunday Night Football before you're at the Patriots. So some difficult ones in there, some easier ones in there. So you would think it's really going to come down to the wire. And then, last 3 games of the season, home to Bills, at Broncos, home to Chiefs. So, you really can't afford to lose any games down the stretch that you're supposed to win if you're the Chargers.
What games are they supposed to win? I mean, Raiders,
you look at that.
Broncos,
Well, if
Packers,
they can win those games.
Packers,
and it's
Ravens, maybe not.
Yeah, the Ravens, I think, is tough.
They're not winning next week.
The Bills is tough, but I don't know. I mean, I know they're just, like we just said, they're not well coached, but I think the Chargers are a better team than the Bills. Honestly, I know the records don't show it, but
yeah, I could agree with that. And also, if they're gonna be a good team, that's a game they should win.
Right.
If they're the team that the media, we're all saying that they're gonna be, then that they should go and win that game, especially at home. They're not
At
going
home, yeah.
to Buffalo. It's a winnable game for them.
Very
Yeah.
winnable.
And what else we got comment wise? I think Matthew Ryan with a couple.
Oh, really? I don't think I want to get to his comments today. He goes, I am nervous for the Chargers game. And he says, come on, Justin Herbert is elite compared to our heart garbage QB. And Matthew Ryan then says, Tony, you think Chargers have no chance if we play like yesterday? It will be 30-13. Well, we're not going to play like yesterday. So how about that, dude? All right.
I kind of, I mean, we're a week out. I mean, these things are out there. I'm just kind of want to look quickly what we have in the forecast weather-wise. 66 and cloudy. So if we get that, no, because I really don't think we can afford to have a wet game against the Chargers and win it. Honestly,
we're not going to have a wet game.
But no, like that would be pretty brutal if that is the case. But yeah, I mean, I obviously the defense for the Jets is the strength of the team. And I believe, I think it was Connor McGovern who was playing center, has some type of injury that's long-term. I know Rick and Dave were talking about it earlier. But this offensive line is going to be in absolute shambles. That's the thing I am concerned about. We've seen Khalil Mack have 6 sacks in the game. We know they have Joey Bosa. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, we're talking about Zach, but what about the line? Just giving the team space.
He's going to struggle
a lot.
Like, and also like Derwin James too. Like, they have players on their defense. God, if the line doesn't show up, it's going to be a long.
But I mean, is it as simple as going triple tights? Like, I mean, how do you combat that?
I don't know if you can. Like they have Khalil obviously is not the old Khalil, but he's still a great pass rusher.
Right.
Bosa's there. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be real difficult. And how good is Zach with throwing under pressure? Not great. So
not great.
We're going to have to see. I actually am very excited for this game next Monday.
Yeah.
By the way, McGovern, knee injury, MRI, expected to miss time.
Oh, kneecap. That's what it was. Yeah. Rick was talking about that. And then Tippmann and Schweitzer. Newman could draw this
sprained knee playing kickball first grade.
Nice. I believe he's the 4th string center. I mean, it's ridiculous that I'm even saying these words, but I'll go to you, Tony. I mean, what do we do? How do we combat this? How do we combat the Chargers pass rush with a very inexperienced offensive line that hasn't played a lot of football together?
Well, dude, I mean, you have to come up with a nice little scheme here for them. I mean, that's just it is what it is.
Yeah, guys got to step up.
Guys have to step up. They have to. Oh God, dude. You know what? You should start Simeon for Becton. Maybe honestly they'll do better there. Honestly, that's ridiculous. He's such a slow asshole. Like I don't understand like why.
He's an asshole?
Yeah, he is an asshole. Because like, what are you doing, dude? Because he's blowing it.
He's a slow asshole.
He's a slow asshole, dude. And I really don't understand.
But you know what's sad, Tony? I mean, he's our best offensive lineman right now.
And you gotta prepare. Like you have to literally adjust your offense to assume there's gonna be no blocking.
Right.
Like that's what you need. Like slants, Zach Wilson. Like just get the ball out immediately. Have him scramble, run some type. Have plays where he just roll every play. He has to roll out. There's gonna be no pocket.
Right.
And if they don't do that, that's the coach's fault. I'm telling you right now, dude. They just think that you can just sit in shotgun and maybe be fine. Like, no, like, it's just not going to happen. Like, you have to get creative and get Wilson on the move here, dude.
Passing out and running the ball, too. They're going to struggle up the middle, running the ball.
Can't run up the middle.
Trying to have balance between their passing game and their running game with that O-line against that defense is going to be difficult.
I don't know. Run an option. Run a sweep.
Flea flicker.
I was just saying that. Yeah, trickery. Keep the defense off balance.
Maybe go for a 4th down.
Maybe a couple pitches, like pitches to the outside. Like just you can't. Yeah, dude.
And I know we
should be coaching. Yeah, dude. Let's freaking go, dude.
We're a week out, Tony. Honest thoughts though, right now, like where are you with this game? Are you nervous? Are you know that it's an uphill battle, but still feel like they're going to pull it out? Like, where are you exactly with your confidence level?
Oh, I mean, certainly uphill battle because of the injuries,
right?
Because of obviously we know how talented the Chargers are. They have an ability to score. Like you guys said, Herbert can make any pass in the field, but I think defense comes up huge. Honestly, I think he gets pressured a lot. I think he can get forced into throwing some interceptions. I mean, we've seen it before. In his previous seasons. That under pressure, he can make mistakes, turn the ball over. And that is, I think, what's going to be the big factor in terms of the Jets winning. Again, I mean, you saw their play against the Giants. They didn't score a lot. And Zach Wilson was under a lot of pressure all game, dude. So I mean, you would expect something similar to that. Maybe, like I said, they can come up with a better scheme for Wilson and free up some time for him to throw downfield. Because we've seen, we saw him have some phenomenal throws, some great receptions from Wilson. I think using your tight ends is good too. Like a tight end over the middle of the field. Again, that's something you can get the ball out quick to.
Right.
So I would say, yeah, let's go. Like Jets, I'm thinking like a 21-10 situation.
And you feel fairly confident in that, even though you're saying it's an uphill battle, but you feel pretty good that they can win this decisively because of the strength of the team.
This scheme we just wrote up
Yeah.
is like surefire way to victory. Like there's no
and
can't deny it.
21-10.
Can't deny it.
Is there any? Is there a defensive touchdown in there?
Absolutely. There's definitely a pick six.
Yeah.
I would say Herbert throws 2 interceptions. One of them ending in a touchdown. And obviously, what you don't think so, dude?
No, I don't know if he's looking at the comments. Maybe
No,
Matt Ryan.
One of them ends up in a touchdown, 2 picks from Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
It just no. I just like as a fan though.
Do you not think that's possible?
It's just very frustrating though that like to win games, like you have to rely on your defense to score points. I mean that it's just a little ridiculous.
I mean, it could be, but I mean, if that's the way you win games, who cares? And and also it's like, I mean, you have Zach Wilson, like you have your backup quarterback in there. Like, what do you expect, dude?
I just it's just tough for me with this defense, this pass rush, and I know we're gonna get creative with the play calling. I just question though if we could score 2 offensive touchdowns.
You don't think so?
I mean, it's more so. It's not even. I'm being serious. It's not about Wilson. Just because of the offensive line. I know. No, Bosa might have 5 sacks.
No, but I'm telling you, like if the way Zach Wilson can run, I mean, he does have the ability to run. You need a lot of scrambling, all right. And then once he starts to scramble, the Chargers are going to have someone watching the quarterback. So then at that point, if you give him some extra time here, he'll have an open receiver downfield.
And then, but
again, like
I mean, clearly, like what you were kind of saying too, it's like the ball's going to have to come out quick. I mean, do you think he's capable though of making quick decisions? Because we saw him like hold the ball a little too much yesterday.
I mean, that's probably one of his biggest weaknesses is making quick reads and quick decisions.
The right ones,
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what are we working on all week? Like, let's go.
I mean, we saw Thibodeau get to the quarterback yesterday. Now I think you put Bosa and Khalil Mack. It looks way worse.
Like, Jay though saying 3 picks for Herbert next Monday.
Yeah, dude. We have mad comments. Oh shit, dude. But Jay says 3 picks. Want to hear the comments that right now?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this? All right, dude.
Do you really want to do this?
What do you think about Mekhi Becton's bowel movements, Tony?
Mekhi Becton is constipated, a slow asshole. Yeah, that's what I said, dude. He's a slow asshole.
He has a slow asshole.
Jay Bird says, shop the waiver wire. Is there anyone that you know of, Brian, on waivers that the Jets could potentially pick up?
No,
maybe we can do a little research.
I think you got to just all the teams that are bad, you just hope that they're willing to give up. Nobody specific comes to mind, but I'm sure. I mean, you look at all these teams around the league. I mean, there's got to be a ton of guys that would be at least a little better than what we have. It just capital wise, it depends what you want to give up.
Matt Ryan saying then start Simeon, and then he says get an O lineman in the trade deadline at Jay Bird. Bingo. To the shop the waiver wire, and then he goes start Simeon. Tony, this is probably the worst week possible to start Simeon. Stop excuses for Zach. He missed wide open players. 2, maybe 1 interceptions, maybe if we are lucky. Oh man, Josh, I love you, Tony, but those comments right there show you haven't been a fan for a long time. You didn't even have to suffer through 2009 and 2010. That was a decade ago, over a decade ago. All right, let's pump the brakes here. All right,
it was tough though.
I'm sure it is really tough, but I mean, like, it's apples to oranges right now. Dude.
Yeah, and I know it's like mid-season. What are you gonna do? Rodgers is supposed to be the quarterback, but it's just so annoying in a league that is so offensively friendly that it just has to be so difficult to score. It's so annoying. I know you can't control injuries. I understand that, but it's just to have the same problem for this long is very frustrating as a fan.
I don't know, man, but I mean, look at around the league though. What did the Chiefs score 9 points last night?
Yeah, but look at all the other games though that they've played in. You know what I mean?
that
They're
was
6-2. I
an
mean,
outlier.
can we trade places? I mean, it's like
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like everyone's having a problem. Everyone's getting injured. How many fucking injuries were there this week too? Like it's going to be part of the game. A lot of teams are suffering, and I think the Chargers are up next. They're going to suffer a loss next week. Like, let's fucking go, dude.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they piece it together. Maybe they could look at practice squads, waiver wires. But we talked about Becton. Like I said, he is unfortunately the best lineman you have right now. So he needs to set the tone, against the Chargers. And, you got to have good blitz pickup. And I don't know, even though he looks completely cooked, no pun intended, maybe Dalvin Cook more snaps just as a pass blocker. Because I think that's probably the thing he could do the best right now, since he's clearly like put on a couple.
Yeah.
So he's a little more beefy.
Wow, dude.
Right or no?
Yeah.
He's been
Atrocious.
atrocious.
Because
I think that's what you have to do. But obviously the thing is you have to give him some carries and throw him the ball, because otherwise they're just going to know, okay, Cook's in, you're pass blocking with him. So maybe they work out something like that. But yeah, the injuries are ridiculous, but you got to just step up, next man up. And you have to do your job at the end of the day. You have to do their job. A team that really the last few years, and really, since they lost in the Super Bowl, the Bucs haven't done their job, is the Raiders. And they are back in action tonight at Ford Field here. Lions, the line has dropped slightly. Michael joins us. 7.5 here now for Detroit. Obviously,
7.5.
they're coming off the beatdown that they received by the Baltimore Ravens last week.
Beatdown.
The Raiders,
old-fashioned beatdown.
at 3-4, an embarrassing 18-point loss to Chicago after beating two terrible teams in the Patriots and the Packers. We talked about the players only meeting. Common sentiment is Lions far away a better football team, that this should be an easy victory. Garoppolo is back, which helps, when you don't have to start either Brian Hoyer or Aiden O'Connell. But is there any, world that we live in where this is a close competitive game and God forbid I say the Raiders have a chance to win? What do we think here?
Yeah, dude, I think so. You know me, I'm not huge on the Raiders. I've been down on the Raiders for a lot of different reasons. And I don't know, man. I just think the Lions are a team that's going to be super hard to put away. But you never say never, dude. To say the Raiders have no shot of winning, I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, is
Lions,
this close?
decisive
or no?
What did you say the line was?
7.5. Company has them at 8 though, so that's where you get one of that games. Lines change, more time. Wow. Imagine they win by 7.
I hope that.
I really hope so.
I hope that changes things.
That's sick, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I just think, I think Goff goes off, honestly.
Big game for Jahmyr Gibbs.
St. Brown questionable, but illness, so you think he would go. Montgomery's still out, so
What's
obviously Gibbs playing. They didn't say Gibbs playing the lead back role.
He's gonna go off.
Yeah, I think so.
Go.
Maybe Sam Laporta as well.
Sam Laporta. I need Sam Laporta to go off.
I need this Lions defense to have 3 pick sixes. Jimmy's thrown a lot of picks this year.
Yeah, sure.
Jimmy's been bad.
Yeah.
But what do you think though in regards to him? I know you miss a few games with injuries. It's tough to really say, but I don't know. I've thought this for a while. I thought this when this team was assembled. Just because of the way that they McDaniels has been as a head coach, you just didn't think they were gonna have a lot of wins. But I look at this, looking at that right there. Garoppolo, Jacobs, Adams, and then you have Jacoby Myers. That should be enough talent to be a pretty good offense. Why is it? Why is it not?
I don't know. Maybe it's because Jimmy G has 8 interceptions.
He's never turned the ball over like this, though. Is it really like just McDaniels is really that bad? I don't understand.
Who's throwing the ball though?
No, Garoppolo's throwing the ball, of course.
Yeah. It's not.
But if you look at it, he's never thrown interceptions at this rate. Maybe he gets it together, and obviously leaving games with injuries doesn't help. But I can't. You look at those numbers last year. Those are pretty good, and of course we know about the Niners system. But do you think? He turns it around at all, with just the turnovers?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, again, looking at just interceptions by themselves the last few years, it seems like every other year. Like last season, only 4, right? Obviously, 11 games
yeah.
played, but then the year before that, 15 games played, 12 interceptions. The year before that, only 6 games played, but 5 interceptions. Like, so I feel like the interception rate has been relatively high.
Yeah,
The year before that, 16 games played, 13 interceptions. I mean, it's almost averaging 1 a game. You
Right.
know,
Never threw 1 interception for the Patriots.
yeah, no, you're not wrong there, Riley. And then look, I mean, again, like 5 games played so far, 8 interceptions. I mean, of course, that is, I guess, maybe higher than what it was before. But again, like Vegas is, you could argue, the Raiders are not as much of a well-kept organization as the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly, it seems that Jimmy G, who does turn the ball over often, it seems, is struggling even more under a worse regime than what he had in San Francisco. So I mean, yes, like I said, like the Raiders aren't as good of a team as the Niners, but clearly Jimmy G isn't that great of a quarterback, and this is kind of exacerbating the situation because he's in a worse system now.
Yeah.
So maybe your 3 pick sixes here could come to fruition here, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like they should be better. But one thing too, the line hasn't given Jacobs any room. He was the NFL's leading rusher last year. He's averaging 2.9 yards per carry. So maybe those interceptions are a product of teams sitting in coverage, knowing that they don't have success running the ball. But I am kind of interested because I feel like if anybody out of all of us would have some type of insight in this, and I know you only saw him as a coordinator, 2 separate stints, but what's the deal with McDaniels? I mean, is there anything that you've heard just from the New England angle? Like, what's his deal?
I've always thought this. He is great with scheme.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was one of the best offensive coordinators in the league. He did have Tom Brady, though. But the whole carrying of a team, the head coach look, I don't think he has it. I don't know if he can rally a team together. We've kind of seen that. It seems like the Raiders aren't playing for anyone there. Like, it feels like it's all culture. Like we said, they have the pieces. It seems like something with the culture is wrong. In New England, he didn't have to do that. He was the scheme guy. He was the offensive coordinator. He is an offensive coordinator. Like that's just what he is. We've seen him try to be a head coach. He's never been good. He's had multiple opportunities. His teams have always had good players. Never been good. So he doesn't have the head coach look to him. He's an offensive coordinator, and he has to go back to it. It's that simple.
And you think about it too. I mean, I guess maybe he's just not a personal guy, and I think he had the advantage on the Patriots because was boys with Brady. So it's like, oh well, Brady vouches for him, so everyone else is going to respect him. He doesn't need to do much. But now, when the going gets tough, Jimmy Garoppolo isn't Tom Brady, so he's not going to kind of save his ass like he would in New England.
Do you like Tom Brady?
What's that?
You like Tom Brady?
I
don't know what that has to do with anything, Tony. So shut the fuck up, Tony. Yeah, seriously. I mean, it has nothing to do with it.
I was just asking a question.
Do you guys think though? I mean, I'm sure it depends on how these games go, but do you think he's going to get fired before the end of the year?
Yeah,
has to.
It's
they get blown out by the Lions tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it really could be. So it sounds like though we're all in agreement that this is a Detroit victory and it's pretty easy. Maybe close early, blow them out late. I mean, what do you guys think here?
I can see that. I can see keeping it close in the first half, a couple touchdowns in the second half, widen the margin a little bit, and they win by maybe 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, somewhere around there.
Tony?
I think they win by 1 touchdown.
So he's close.
Just to rub it in the company's face.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you guys, and I do think though that they're gonna blow them out. I think by at least 2 touchdowns. I mean, I know it'd be funny, yes, but just looking at it, I mean, the Lions are a really good football team. I know they didn't look good last week, but we've seen them impose their will on a lot of teams this year. We saw them take out Kansas City and Arrowhead, which is not an easy feat at all. So when you're going against the Raiders, you're going against a bad culture and not a leader of men, a head coach. And then you got Dan Campbell on your side. I think this is gonna be a disaster for the Raiders, and I think the Lions are going to impose their will on them. Total set at 47. I think it actually goes under, and more so because the Raiders don't really score any points. So I'm going to actually go. I know I was saying 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say 3 touchdowns. So I'm going to say 31-10. Lions over the Raiders. Maybe McDaniels with a pink slip
I can see
tomorrow morning.
Kev, dude's going to come for your head, dude.
talk about two different head coaches.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, really.
Yeah.
the way Dan Campbell carries himself and like rallies that team, I can't even imagine Josh McDaniels trying to do half the things that Dan Campbell does. Like, polar opposites.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's it may be a blowout. I mean, hopefully it's entertaining. We'll see. And last thing I was just looking at here, just in terms of like updated standings. So right now, you're looking at AFC 1 through 7. We got Chiefs, Dolphins, Jags, Ravens, Bills, Steelers, Browns. So those are the top 7 seeds. And then, the wild cards are Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. So when you guys, look at that, I mean, I think it's obviously, I think those top 4 are pretty much locked in.
Yeah.
And then I think we extend it to 5. The Bills are going to make the playoffs, even though maybe they haven't been that impressive. But then you would feel like the Bengals slide in. So that only leaves one spot for Pittsburgh, Cleveland, the Jets, and the Chargers. So, I mean, I think this is going to be like a very competitive race down the stretch.
Who do you think is going to win?
I want to say Jets, but really just the offense it's very dependent on what they do. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, we'll know by next weekend, after the Monday night game.
Yeah.
Like, if the Chargers come in and blow out the Jets, like that's pretty okay. The Chargers are the team that we thought they were gonna be. But if the Jets sneak out another win, then you can be like, they're in this. Like they're still in this. They have a chance to get the wild card spot. It's all depending, I think, on next week's a huge game.
Huge game for both teams. It's pretty sick. You're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm so pumped.
Yeah, dude.
That's
awesome.
Is that the suite?
The suite.
The suite.
Yeah.
It's always a suite.
Definitely fired up for that.
Food,
Hopefully, the line can get it together. But yeah, that's gonna be a really good time.
What do you think the food's gonna be like?
I really don't know. I honestly have no idea. I've only been to suites at the Orioles game through GIF, and
Slices?
it was very limited. Like you actually would kind of would have been tight, but then again, I feel like you'd be like, oh well, it's on the house, free drinks, I'll be okay.
What is limited?
But it was very
like cheese platters.
Not even that. It was more like taco meat, like the hot dog. What are the pigs in a blanket, stuff like that.
So hors d'oeuvres though. Like, it's not a meal.
Right, but I'm saying every stadium, I'm sure, is different. Yeah. So I'm expecting it to be a notch up. And actually, Rich went to a preseason game, and I forgot what he told me specifically, but from what I remember, he said it was like a pretty good,
couple of
good
dogs,
spread.
Dude.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe some wings.
Right. No, that'd be awesome. I'm pumped for that. Definitely pumped for that. But what do you think, Tony, with this playoff race? I mean, is Jets 7 seed? Can they do it? I mean, because
I mean, the Jets can definitely can do it. Again, we went over their schedule a few times. And I know, I mean, again, like the Chargers having poor coaching, I feel like in big games. I mean, that's what loses you the big games is when your lack of preparation in your coaching staff. And then again, like Herbert so far hasn't really seemed to have the ability to take over. And then you look at the Browns. I mean, that organization, like, I just feel like it's a shit show.
Watson,
season,
who knows with his injuries.
Yeah. I mean, I understand they're still above 500, 4-3, which is, I think, in my opinion, like they're lucky that they're at that. And they have a good defense. They're another team that does rely on their defense. But I think in a big spot, I don't think they could win games. So, I mean, that kind of leaves the Jets, and of course the Steelers. They just had that injury to Pickett.
And but really all these teams are similar. It's the same thing. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Jets, all great defense, all weak offense.
Yeah.
Jets gonna play the Dolphins twice again.
But again, I mean, I feel like you put the Jets defense against any of these defenses, and they probably have the best defense.
I mean, it's close.
But they probably have the best defense. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. And
they've
honestly,
allowed the least amount of points.
I mean,
between the three.
That's right. They have actually. I don't know, man. I just feel like you put Zach Wilson against any one of their backups as well. Zach Wilson's better.
Yeah, who's Mitch and PJ Walker,
right?
Like even PJ Rudolph or Dorian Thompson Robinson.
Exactly. Come on. Honestly.
But
So, just-
what about the Titans? I mean, we saw
Will Levis
Levis
man.
go off.
Yeah.
They're gonna play the Steelers on Thursday, so I mean that's a big game.
That is.
I mean, you've always been big on Henry, Tony. I mean, any chance maybe they sneak into the conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I think they could. Again, a win against the Steelers would put them at both teams at 4-4.
Yeah.
Which would really help out the Jets after they're 5-3 after next week. But yeah, I mean, I could see the Titans, taking advantage of of Pickett being injured. What ribs?
Yeah, ribs. Shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough injury to try to come back from. He does seem like he is, someone who's dedicated and is able to grit out injuries. But again, like that's like anytime he gets to get hit, he's gonna be wincing. But you never know. But still, I think Steelers with their backup, whoever they end up starting, I mean that puts them at a significant disadvantage. I mean, I think they've already have had some trouble to score.
They can't run the ball.
They can't really run the ball, and yeah, their defense is good, but I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like again, Titans is a team where if Henry seems like he's running downfield all game, I mean that's going to open up other aspects of their offense. It's going to make it a little harder to defend. So I would say the Titans would edge out the Steelers if Pickens doesn't start.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Tight.
And really,
Tight,
I
very
think
tight,
what
dude.
may end up determining the Jets getting in the playoffs. I mean, I know there's a lot of games left that are, not all. Some of them are okay, others are more difficult. But getting that split with Miami, I think,
It's
would be huge.
Oh yeah,
It's
dude.
massive.
Let's get some dates on those games, Tony. So let's see. Dolphins. The first
End
one
of
is
the season.
that's the Black Friday game is the first one,
Yeah, 24th. Yep.
and then
Like 3 weeks later is the next one.
Oh, okay. The one in Miami is December 17th.
Yeah.
So I mean that's gonna go a long way.
Patriots last game of the season.
oh
Imagine
my-
that game meant something.
It's just it's so annoying though. Like we're clearly better. I don't have confidence, especially on the
now I
road.
do. No, now I do, dude.
Well,
Because I was-
why though?
How?
Well, again, I think since that game, and Wilson has been picking it up, and again, that rain game, dude. Weather was a huge factor for both teams. It was a huge factor.
I mean, I think the only thing that gives me confidence is just that look what the Broncos just did. They had lost basically the same amount of times
Yeah.
in a row. So
I
do-
hope that game means like I hope it's like a win
It
and
should,
you're in, and it
honestly.
means nothing for us.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of
But
what
the
the
Jets are gonna
Lions
win it,
did
dude.
to the
Jets are gonna win it.
Packers
Jets are gonna
last
win it,
year,
dude.
where they
Yeah.
had nothing to play for, but then they knocked.
yeah.
Jets are gonna win it too. But I honestly, I kind of like
Gillette.
the schedule, dude, and especially in between the Dolphins, you have the Falcons and Texans. Like, if you can get
Falcons a good
yourself,
team though.
yes,
Yeah.
I know, but still, I mean, I feel like Jets can take care of business there at home. All these games are at home too, like 3 weeks.
You got to
at home.
stop the run though. I mean, the Giants ran for 200 yards
Yeah.
yesterday, and Falcons obviously Bijan, Algier. So that's the one thing. Of course, you don't have to
Right.
worry about the passing. I
Yeah,
mean, maybe
the defense-
Heineke
Right.
steps it up a little bit.
The
but-
Giants could have ran
The
for
defense gonna
1,000
keep you in
yards. They
it
don't
in
have to
every
score, though,
well, Danny DeVito played
Danny
quarterback.
DeVito, yeah.
Danny
That was the
DeVito.
one thing that got him, dude.
Don Bosco.
Don Bosco, dude. Stupid
Jersey.
New Jersey bastard.
How about a little back and forth with Matthew Ryan and Michael in the comments?
Oh, really,
Oh,
dude?
a quack call. Matt Ryan shove it. And I don't know if he's talking about the football player or Matt Ryan.
Matt
Oh,
Ryan,
wow.
Mike.
Okay, so
Because Matt Ryan was announcing the game yesterday. You never know.
Matt Ryan says no, he is not better. What are you smoking, Tony? Zach Wilson is better than whatever quarterback Pittsburgh is putting out there. That's right. That's what
Trubisky. I mean,
stop it, stop it.
Yeah, I mean, Trubisky's embarrassing. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
really anybody's.
Yeah, that's right, Matt.
Playoff quarterback.
And then Michael comes and says, Zach, quack, Matt Ryan, shove it. 3 in a row. He ain't going nowhere. Macho Man voice. The best show out there. Don't at me. O'Reilly is a better goalie than DiPietro. Wow. Has all state.
It's
That's
true.
crazy, dude. And then Matt Ryan says, at Michael, what are you smoking, dude? Looking at that performance last night, Zach wasn't playing crap. Doesn't matter, honestly. It really doesn't, dude. It's a different game. It's a different performance every week. Like, Zach Wilson got out there, he got the dub. So,
But if he has that same performance, you lose the Chargers.
well, yeah, but he's never quite literally speaking, has never performed the same way in any game this season. So,
Yeah. I just hope that the line can give him some type of time, but
They're in
obviously
my pants.
only time will tell.
what's in your pants, dude?
My keys are in my pants.
All right.
No, but tell me though, especially with jeans on, nothing more annoying than full pockets. Like get my wallet out, get my phone out of my
Dude,
pocket.
it's the first thing I do when I get in the studio. Empty my pockets.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
It's so annoying. I don't want anything in my pockets. I hate things in my pockets.
Interesting choice with shorts today, Tony. I kind of just am picking up on that now. Shorts and it looks like open.
I got my Birks on.
The moccasins.
They're Birks. They're not moccasins, dude. All right. Yeah, dude. Well, I've been unpacking my clothes
Run
a little
today?
bit,
Did you run?
dude. No, I did some unpacking this morning.
Okay.
Also, I am in a little I gotta map out a run. I think I'm gonna do a drive-by route. What?
Drive-by.
What do you think about Michael's analogy?
That za from God himself. The Zach is like the horseshoe, good times, a lot of highs, very few lows, he says, and always different vibe each weekend. Tony knows. It's actually a really good comparison. Yeah, it's great. And also, Matt Ryan, you clearly need to smoke to see the field right. Ooh.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
So, I mean, but honestly, dude, like, am I wrong to say that Zach Wilson? I'd rather have Zach Wilson than anyone else I'd rather have him over freaking Pickens, honestly.
Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett, rather, not Pickens.
I'll trade Wilson for George Pickens right now.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, like, would you rather have Kenny or Zach?
I just think, again, it's like with Trubisky, it doesn't really matter. But
yeah, I think it does matter. I think Mitch will be way worse, dude. Like, no shot at all. Not even a glimpse.
I think Pickett is like, it's not, there's not really any type of margin, but I do think Pickett has been a little better, I would say.
I don't think that, like,
what don't you think?
Like, having Zach over Pickett is not like a game changing. It doesn't change the game.
No, exactly. There's no separation. There's no separation.
I hope the defense plays well. Whoever starts that game, Pickett or Zach Wilson.
Right?
Yeah,
that's totally fine, dude.
It's, I guess he completes a higher percent of passes, similar amount of interceptions. I know recently Zach's cut down on those, but he's also kind of been a check down Charlie recently.
Yeah.
I think you need
they actually are kind of similar, I guess, huh? What?
I think you need a Zach Wilson jersey.
That'd be cool.
Like, be part of his fan club.
Yeah, start sleeping with MILFs and stuff.
You know what's interesting though, Tony? We kind of talked about this in the beginning. Why do you think Dave was so aggravated this morning about Zach Wilson? Like, he really flipped out of that caller.
I think he's just tight about the loss, dude.
Really? So
yeah,
just taking it out
really
and
is,
embarrassed, even though you could say it's equally as embarrassing to be close in the game with Danny DeVito. I know it's Tommy. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean? Like, right or no?
Yes,
it's equally embarrassing.
Yeah, but still, I think like Dave said too. Like during the show, he goes, at any point during the game, he's like, "Oh, we have a chance to win. We have a chance to win. We have a chance to win," and they blew it, dude.
Right.
And I think Jets callers coming in definitely agitates him, dude. Definitely.
Yeah.
And of course, Rick too. Like he pokes the bear. So,
Right. What were you gonna say, Riley?
Even with DeVito, technically on ESPN, they had a 99% chance to win that game. Like at one point in that game. Who thought Zach was going to make those two pass downfield? Like when he got the ball at that, I was like, maybe he can get a field goal.
Right. Like, imagine if he had to score a touchdown if they made the field goal.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like
I don't know what these comments are
all
about.
right. So I mean, I don't know if anyone brought it up. I don't think anyone really brought it up before. But Michael Theophil, sorry, the wrong one. He goes, bro, gym closed. No workers came. People were legit trying to break in. LOL. Like they were trying to get the spare key that's locked outside. Crazy show.
Did that actually happen, or is this an analogy for this situation?
I don't know. It must have really happened. And then Jay Bird says, Mike, the edge is a joke of
okay. I guess it is real. I guess it is
it must be.
I still just don't understand that. He didn't. I feel like he would have told you about this already. No?
Well, I just like,
I don't know. I just figured,
You think he's gonna call me at 4 a.m?
I mean, yeah, actually, because you'd be like real tight and like want to tell somebody about it.
I'd be like, fucking hang up on him. And he goes, absolutely no class from the staff there. And
how did we get to Zach Wilson hooking up with his mom, though?
Zach probably slept with his mom. With whose mom?
Yeah, I mean, maybe Matthew Ryan.
Matthew Ryan's mom. He goes, did Zach hook up with your mom too, Matthew Ryan? It makes me so angry. Matthew Ryan says this, that Tony is a Zach Wilson truther. That's right. This is the truth, dude.
The truth is,
he is the truth. This is the truth.
And then Michael does confirm seriously happened. But I mean, is this like an inventory situation, a plumbing issue? I mean, you would think there was something behind it, but they should also post.
Staffing.
But it's like right now, it's still not open.
I guarantee. Well, I don't know about that.
Should we call?
But you want to call? Ed
No,
Fairfield?
imagine we
call
called
Edge.
him and
Yeah, call
asked him
Edge.
what happened before.
Do you want to?
Can you
call
do
him.
it though?
Call him.
Yeah, I'll do it. Hold
You
on.
know,
Let me-
I was at the gym this morning, like trying to get my workout in early, and no one was there. What happened?
I just want to make sure that
The place, is there a plumbing issue?
Yeah, is there a plumbing issue?
Don't even say anything. Is there a plumbing issue?
Just, Fairfield Edge number. I would imagine it's like let's see if I'm hooked up to the.
Thank you for calling the Edge Fitness Clubs. Not a member yet? Press 1 now to be connected to one of our helpful membership advisors. Already a member? Press 2 to be connected to our front desk staff.
Two.
Thank you for calling. Hello, thank you for calling Edge Fairfield. Corey speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, how you doing? I was there early this morning, and the gym wasn't open. I was just wondering, like, if there was like an issue with the gym, like plumbing or anything, why it wasn't open, or if you guys are going to be open like for the rest of the day, or.
Oh no, we just had a staffing issue, but we're open, and then going forward, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, great, awesome. So tomorrow should be all.
I'm so sorry about that.
No problem.
Tomorrow we're back to normal scheduling. I am so sorry about today.
No problem. It just messed up my whole day, but thank you. Come on, Tony. It was a good one. It was true. It did not mess up Michael's routine. He has a very regimented routine.
Oh my God, she was so nice.
Yeah, she was so nice.
No, but come on. The only thing I would say,
it wasn't even her fault, probably.
The only thing I would say,
She showed up to work.
She was there.
the only thing I would say though, it wasn't anything hurtful. If you think about it, it's not like I told her to fuck off. Like, come on, no. Like, I don't think it was that aggressive, to be honest.
No, I don't.
It was just a very subtle conversation.
subtle.
Like, it was like when I talked to the realtor, Tony. Honestly, like, she didn't think I was messing with her about the Jets, right? No. Jay liked it.
Mike Theophil.
Lottie just texted me. And we got Michael on the line.
We got Michael on the line.
Brian,
Yes.
Brian, my mother is going to be so proud of you when she sees this clip.
Like I said, it wasn't aggressive. Got the point across. I don't think her feelings should be hurt, to be honest. She might have even laughed if you really think about it. We don't know because we hung up.
Yeah, we should have stayed on the line.
Dude, that is hilarious. That is gold. And that is how you defend Mike Theophil.
Exactly. People have schedules. We got to know these things. And like an apology that didn't change how your morning was messed up. You didn't get that time back.
No, you didn't.
No, you know what's funny? So like literally
No
was there till
plumbing
4:45. Saw people literally, guys, there's it's connected to the wall of the building, right? And you have to have a key to access it.
Right.
And I'm not joking you. These lunatics that are regulars there were literally trying to break it open to like open the doors and go in. Like, are you guys insane?
That is really insane.
That is
that's
ridiculous.
Like, is that what you really think? Like, you think you're gonna break into the Edge?
That reminds me of like Black Friday when they would break into stores to get stuff.
Yeah.
And like have
They
guns
had,
out
they
and
had
stuff.
flashlights out and everything. Flashlights out and everything trying to get in. It was
Unbelievable.
crazy.
That is a
I
gym
just-
grind.
It was. You guys know what it's like though. Sunday to Monday after the horseshoe, like I was like, "Thank you God for the break."
Right. Exactly.
So, I didn't want to work out. You know, you got to just do it. But I think so it was a nice little break.
Yeah, dude.
But definitely, I told you, like that happens more times than you think. Like they hire 20-year-olds like Riley that don't, understand accountability. So they don't show up some morning.
No, and honestly, that did happen to me twice. Like I went to go work out like at LA Fitness in Trumbull Easter morning, and someone wasn't there. We're all waiting for like a half
it
hour,
Easter
45
morning?
minutes. Yeah. This is a couple years ago.
The risen
And
Messiah.
but the best part is, Michael, so every time the person goes there, like people are kind of giving them shit, like, why are you late? What happened? And they always go, oh, no, that wasn't me. Somebody else didn't show up. I'm just like coming here to open the gym. Oh,
yeah,
sure.
dude.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Oh, man. Good stuff. A good laugh.
I just wanted to call it. Want to call it.
Thanks,
that
dude.
was hilarious. Man, keep having a good show, boys. Riley, you're the best. All state. Let's
Oh man, that was something. Accountability, Tony. I mean, that's always been a feature for us. It wasn't her fault, yes, but I think
Gotta just be accountable, dude.
grievance deserves to be aired. I think at the end of the day,
You want to call back?
No, I think we'll let her be. She knows, and I in all seriousness, I really don't think that bothered her. I think she might have laughed, to be honest.
I don't know.
Because I said thank you. I said no problem. It just messed up my whole morning, but thank you. I mean, come on, that's not.
Man.
She's still thinking about it right now.
That was not vicious, but I think I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like that would have got her a little bit, dude. Because she sounded like a really nice woman.
The doofus himself.
I mean, she didn't. It's not like she didn't even like blame anyone. She's like, "Oh, we are so sorry about that." She said, like, it wasn't like it wasn't even like, "Yo, like this some idiot that didn't show up. Like she did it. It's her fault." Like it was. Oh, we are so sorry.
How old do you think that lady was?
25.
Yeah, but how about a free towel, free guest pass, maybe a free month? I mean, something, right? I mean, I don't know. That Michael's never getting that time back.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, free month, maybe. Maybe she'll hop in the sauna tomorrow with Michael. How about that?
But
the worker?
Yeah.
Do they have a sauna there at Edge?
Yeah,
They do.
They do.
But they don't. That's not gonna. I was just making a joke, right? It's not
Well, that'd be a good offer.
for her to hop in the sauna with Michael.
I mean, at least there's a concession made at that point,
Yeah, at least there's a gesture.
A gesture.
Let's go now though to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots, pops up, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle quick. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Bernie joining us saying, "What up, fellas? Let's go."
Let's go.
So let's go. Good to have Bernie
Love it.
in the building.
In the
we know he's
building.
fired up for UBS later on this evening. But before we get to the games today, while we were on air yesterday, we did have the Heritage Classic. Oilers
boy.
end up pulling away here 5-2. So McDavid making his return. Didn't score in this one. But you did have goals, from Kulak, Hyman, Bouchard. Is it Bouchard, Tony, Evan? Do you know?
Bouchard.
Oh, the defenseman?
It
Yeah,
is
it's
Bouchard.
Yeah.
And then Descharmes and Evander Kane with an empty
Isn't it
netter at the end of the
Descharnay?
game. So the Oilers get a much needed victory here to go to 2-5-1. How about the Flames? 2-6-1. That whole scenario, getting Huberdeau, getting Kadri, it just has not worked.
Yeah, dude, it's tough to see that because we saw that last season too. I mean, oh, dude, it really is a shame because I feel like Huberdeau and Kadri. I mean, it was supposed to be like they were supposed to lose a step, and they significantly have, and Magnet Pane also not really showing up on the score sheet. 3 hits, but 1 shot on goal. I mean, he's someone who's been scoring a lot too for the Flames. Didn't really show up, dude. They got to figure out a few things over there in Calgary. And again, like I said, it was a shame because they were so competitive 2 years ago, having Johnny Gaudreau. And then now it's just like the script has been totally flipped because they're bad again.
I mean,
They're
think
a bad team.
it's a locker room situation?
It must be because, again, like Kadri, Huberdeau,
Lindholm?
Backlund. Yeah, Lindholm is
Markstrom?
pretty solid too. Elias Lindholm.
They don't have the star, They don't have, I mean, I know
it's supposed to be Kadri.
Yeah, but he's never been like a
he had that
guy.
He had that once. Yeah, well, it's tough because he was on the Avalanche
When they won the cup.
and he still had. I think he had like 87 points that season. But obviously, he was a little bit in the shadow of McKinnon and Nishushkin and obviously Kale McCarr too. Like there was,
He was
so
the
much
role
talent.
player.
Yeah, exactly. He was. And obviously for the Flames, it was Johnny that was their it guy, but he's gone.
And I mean, I understand Jonathan Huberdeau bringing him in, but you lose Kachuk too in that trade. And
Yeah.
I understand it looked like a good trade at the time, but Kachuk's a guy. Like he is a star player in the National Hockey League, and every
look at
team
the
needs
Flames,
a star.
dude,
It just
yeah.
seems like this team doesn't have a
Panthers.
guy. Every
Yeah.
good team in the league has a guy that
Yeah.
can go get you a goal. This team, I feel like, has a lot of second line forwards, like just into a group.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. This team's just really mid to me.
Yeah.
It is, dude.
So you guys think no playoffs, Calgary? I mean, I know it's very early to say.
Very
but-
early to say, and I don't know if I had to bet on it. I'd probably say no. I guess.
I'd say no too.
Wow. So first year head coach there as well.
Division's good too.
And Ryan Huska taking over for Daryl Sutter, who was the head coach for 3 years. So we'll see if he could turn it around. Obviously, it is early, but they definitely got to start winning games and winning games quickly.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of winning games, we did see the Capitals, who have rebounded from a poor start. Another victory last night. No, it's the Sharks, but 3-1. Darcy with almost a flawless game here.
Kemper.
You
right
what?
there, Brian?
I mean,
No, I was making sure. Yeah, take a sip, dude. There's no rush here.
Sometimes the throat dries up.
Yeah,
the throat
yeah.
dries up. But
Really sucking on that coffee.
I think we both have said, the Washington's old, declining team, a lot of older players. But I mean, they find themselves here 4-3. When you do have Ovechkin, you have a chance. I mean, what do you think about them potentially at least making the playoffs after missing out last season?
I don't know, dude. I still don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Darcy, though?
I mean, good for him. I'm
30 or 31.
That's great, but I just think that on the stretch of the season, I mean, Ovechkin. I just don't think they have enough talent on the team.
Yeah. And is Ovechkin, where is he now? Because he's a little older. I mean, is he top 10 still in the league? Is he top 15, top 20? Where do you guys think he kind of falls?
30, maybe.
Come on, really? You think he's that low?
Pull up the numbers here, Tony.
I mean, you got to think about guys in the league. There's players on Barzal. There's so many good players.
I don't think he's better than Barzal. I don't think that Barzal's better than him. Excuse me. Barzal, I think, is yet to prove himself, in my opinion. But
I love Ovi, but I mean, he's 38 years old.
Doesn't matter though. I mean,
42 goals last year?
42 goals last year, dude.
73 games.
That's kind of crazy.
Points.
Minus 16, but tough season.
Well, because the team does not have talent.
I'll walk it back.
I'm telling you, that's fine.
Yeah.
You can walk it back.
I'll walk it back.
Top
I think
15, maybe?
Maybe
14,
top
15?
I would say top 15 easily, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because again, he is a guy that's like Riley was saying, he could be your guy. You're on the ice, you're gonna go score,
Mm-hmm.
and he's proven that year in and year out, dude. And he doesn't miss a lot of games, often. But I mean, just look at this season. I mean, obviously last season we mentioned 75 points. Year before that, 50 goals, 40 assists.
But I think there's also so many good players around the league. If I sat down and went through every team, I could name you probably 20 players better. At his current state, he's 38 years old, 75 points per season last year, but 75. Even on the Bruins, Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, 2 better players than him right now, points wise. You can say hitting and the way they plays the game, you'd rather have Ovi on your team, but
definitely
points production wise, better players offensively.
McDavid and Draisaitl.
Yeah, you can go through and have that argument. I'm not saying that there's an argument.
I would put Jack Eichel up there.
Jack Eichel is better than him right now.
I don't think so.
Stats right now. Go.
Stats, Jack Eichel.
Weak start last year, but then I feel like he came down on the stretch. No,
I mean he was sneaky good last year. Jack Eichel last season, 66 points, 27 goals, 39 assists.
I think it was just goal wise. You were thinking a little more, but 3 in 9 games so far, so off to a decent start.
Okay, and what was
it? 38 goals last year, or 42 goals, something like
42
that.
42 goals last year, 75 points, and right now he has 2 goals in 8 games. I think.
Yeah.
He has 8 points in 8 games. So
top 50.
I mean, again, you want to throw in age and stuff like that, sure, but I mean, it's just I don't know.
No. I'm not throwing in age. I'm just saying right now.
Jack Hughes
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes off to a hot start.
Better, I think, than Ovechkin. Definitely. No,
and Ovechkin was top 2. I'm not taking that away from him. He's one of the greatest hockey players of all time.
Yeah, it's I mean, he's gonna beat Gretzky's all-time goal record. He is gonna beat that record.
Who is?
Ovechkin.
Oh, what's the how many?
I think he's at 820 something.
He might have already.
No.
Gretzky's
840.
Yeah, 8 in the 850-40 range. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They showed that stupid graphic
for
Did you see that?
Bedard.
When Bedard
Oh,
I know,
right.
so
No, yeah, we were talking
That was
about
the most
that. We were
insane
talking about
thing
that.
ever. He scored his first goal and he was like, "Here's Connor Bedard won."
Chasing Gretzky.
Yeah.
Yo, literally chasing Gretzky, unbelievable. Can't do it.
Could have been the greatest graphic of all time.
Yeah, dude.
Who made that in the truck?
894 he's at.
Yeah, 894.
So Ovechkin has I think 50 goals to go.
And
Oh,
how many
okay.
seasons do you think he has left?
He's at 824.
He's gonna be a pull of Yager. Right.
Yeah, I think he has like 3 left.
No. Like, I don't care. Like, he's just not going to stop playing until he beats the record.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he's going to do.
That's kind of all he's playing for.
It absolutely is. And he's going to stick with the Capitals. He's going to beat the record. And he's going to go down as arguably the top player to ever play the game.
Wait, how many titles does he have?
One?
He has the one.
Oh, the
right?
one with
when they
Trotz?
beat-
Yeah,
when they
one.
beat Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about loyalty though. I mean, how
I know.
cool is that
dude.
to have a player like that on your team for his whole career? Like he's
Yeah,
not going
It's
anywhere.
unbelievable. It's so sick, dude. You never see that.
And no one's been there the entire way with him.
Backstrom?
No. Backstrom. Is he retired? No?
Backstrom retired.
He was there.
I did think he was.
There was
the whole
someone
way.
else, too, I'm pretty sure. It was Nikolai Backstrom and someone else. Roster. Let's say, I don't know, 2015?
Tom Wilson, but I mean, he's
Tom
much
Wilson.
Laying
younger,
the hits.
much younger. Yeah,
John Carlson.
John Carlson.
Wow, Jason Chimera. What a fucking guy.
Oshie had a couple good years as we win the cup.
Marcus
But has
Johansson.
Oshie been with them the whole time?
No,
No.
he
St.
came over from
Louis?
St. Louis.
St. Louis,
That's when
yeah.
he really got his like start.
Kuznetsov, I think.
Evgeny Kuznetsov.
He was there for, I want to say.
Oh, but
his whole
he's
career.
only 31.
Another Russian too.
Yeah.
Wait, why does?
Yeah, Washington. Bang. Whole
No, I was
career.
looking at their flags. It's confusing me.
Russia?
His is Russian, but then
USSR.
Ovechkin's is the
Oh, because it
USSR.
was technically the USSR when he was born. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Soviet.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But we
Dimitri
got
Orlov.
a lot more
Dimitri.
games tonight. So and of course the Rangers back in action tonight as well. So we're excited for that one. The Shesterkin versus Hellebuck matchup. The Rangers looking to go on a perfect 5-0 road trip here. How do we see this game going, Tony? I mean, what's the path to victory for the New York Rangers? If you could put on your hat like your Steve Alakette.
Steve Alakette. Excuse me.
What do you think you would say?
Well, I think you would say that, Igor's been doing a tremendous job in between the pipes for the Rangers. Continuing to do so, relying on him is going to be a great surefire way to stop anything the Jets are going to try and put at you. Jacob Trouba and Eric Gustafson have been doing a great job with laying the body, clogging up some shooting lanes. You have some forwards doing some phenomenal back checking as well to stop any type of rush that comes, Igor's way. But I think he would say that that probably, I want to say Alexis Lafreniere is going to be a big key player this game. He's been phenomenal in terms of positioning and putting himself in areas to have shooting opportunities and obviously get goals too. What does he have? 5 goals, I think, this season so far. Like, he's been doing a really great job. And on top of that, you have that first line with Kakko and Panarin. I mean, they just been doing a great job with facilitating the offense. So I think, again, this is a game that could get kind of ugly quick for the opposition here, as we've seen, the Rangers, kind of pushing out these overtime
This could get
wins,
ugly quick.
shutting out other offenses, winning games 3-0 here. I think this could be another shutout, perhaps, a shutout for Igor, I would say, honestly, tonight. Winnipeg is good. I don't know. I've had a few picks for them this season, and they've kind of bitten me in the ass a couple times. Wow, Rangers 5-1-0 on the road here. Obviously, this road stint, being a big part of it. Again, I understand Rangers on the road, but I feel like -125 again is kind of a slight. I think they did the same thing against the Flames, maybe? No, it wasn't Calgary.
Edmonton.
It was Edmonton without McDavid. Still, they were only -125. I think kind of ridiculous. I think Vegas is really like, I don't know.
They're betting on them they're gonna have their one bad game.
Yeah. Which, it makes sense. It's the end of a long road trip.
Right.
But hey, man, I don't think the Rangers haven't shown a sign of stopping it. If you want to go to Winnipeg tonight, you can get a ticket for $29. which is pretty crazy, dude. But yeah, I would say, I don't know, man. The Jets, again, I understand. I mean, they're 4-3. They're not a bad team. Hellbuck is a great goaltender. Obviously, Kyle Connor here is an incredibly, talented offensive player. But I don't know, man. I just don't think that pound for pound, I mean, the Rangers have way more talent. I mean, their third line with Trocheck and Blake Wheeler, big, not a revenge spot, but, it's just his homecoming over there in Winnipeg. Distribute video, I'm sure. So maybe Blake Wheeler with a goal and assist tonight. Trocheck getting pretty chippy. Like, I just think that there's nothing, like, the Jets don't have an answer for the Rangers' first or second line, in my opinion, and they're going to still struggle against the third and fourth lines.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
what would you put the score at?
Over under the 5.5. I mean, realistically, I can see the Rangers winning this game maybe 5-2, 6-2.
Okay. All right. So, by the way, too, I had a week showing. So we're all tied up here at 23 points apiece. So a big night.
Let's go.
And might as well just go with the game I'm going to be at here. I'm going to go with the Islanders.
Yeah,
the Red Wings, very talented young team. But I think Sorokin at home, crowd behind them, maybe Dobson with a goal, and Barzell possibly. We'll see if Boomer's in the crowd with Sydney, Tony. But I think lower scoring game due to the good goaltending here. The line set at 6. I think it goes under that. And the Islanders, I'm going to say 3-1 over the Red Wings.
Wow, dude.
What do you think about that?
I think I think it will be a tight game. I like the Islanders. I really do. I think they have a good lineup. I mean, it is a little bit older. But I think, I mean, again, like with that first line, I think is great. I think Bor Horvat is going to be a serious game changer. I kind of forgot that they have Kyle Palmieri too.
Yeah.
But I just think that I don't know, dude. I mean, the fourth line can get kind of chippy. I like that, like those three players: Casey Zizekas, Cal Clutterbuck, Matt Martin. I think Jean-Gabriel Pageau is like someone who's just got to fucking go, dude. Honestly,
let's go.
Just get him out of there.
Let's go, Pageau.
Let's go, Pageau.
You think they chant that there?
Let's go, Pageau. I mean,
if he scores, probably.
Yeah, let's go, Pageau.
Or if he's fighting,
you better start it.
Pageau.
Are we talking beers tonight? What do we got?
Nothing crazy. It's a Monday. Maybe
you're driving in, right?
Yeah, driving in. So yeah, we're definitely taking it easy. But maybe one or two. In celebration of Lonnie's birthday.
Yeah, of course, dude. The celebration.
And I really, and hopefully it'll probably still be cold, but probably not as cold as it was when I was there last time. But I do like the outdoor patio area that they have. It is dope. Wait, so I forgot, Tony, you said you haven't been to UBS yet?
Once.
No, but didn't it just open last year?
Did it?
Yeah.
I thought, I thought this was the third year. I was talking to Corey about this, and he was saying that last year was the opener. It was delayed. No, from scratch.
Really?
Yeah. And they renovated the Coliseum.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Okay, so you haven't been there yet. I was just wondering how you knew the area, because I thought you had said you hadn't been.
I've been in the area a ton. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they did a really good job. Plenty of parking. So hey, I mean, it would be. When I did wake up this morning, I'm not gonna lie though, I was thinking to myself, it would be nice if there was just a direct train. And I know we've talked about it many times, but at the same time, I mean, it's a Monday, not getting crazy, so just gonna have a good time, enjoy the game, and hopefully the Isles get it done.
Yeah, hopefully for Lonnie's sake,
and the pick segment,
for your pick segment too.
Yeah.
Wow, just looking at the other pick, Arizona -190 against the Blackhawks.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy. All right. Next pick here, Arizona State.
What about your old former favorite team?
The Bruins.
Yeah,
over the Panthers.
No, good game. Rematch of that first round matchup last year.
Yeah, that is a very much a get right spot.
You would think there would be some emotion, Tony, going into that one.
Oh yeah, certainly there, bud. -165 too. Not really giving the Bruins much, even though the Panthers are 4-3 and the Bruins haven't lost in regulation. Sure. I mean, give me the Bruins. I think that's like, I think you'd be stupid not to take the Bruins here. They should be -1,000, honestly. But yeah, I mean, Riley mentioned obviously. I want to say Elmark has got to be. I think I saw him starting. Yeah. So, unconfirmed, but we'll be starting. And then you got Pasternak. Who's that? The young
Matt
18-year-old? Yeah.
Poitras?
Yeah, dude. Let's
He's
go. Let's
good.
get a goal and assist for him tonight.
Oh yeah.
And I say they are on their way to the revenge spot. Maybe, Bergeron and Krejci are at the stadium in appearance.
Yeah. Maybe.
Come see the game, rile the boys, so locker room talk
He was
beforehand.
in the building the other day.
Let's go, dude. I'm sure he's probably dining back on the ice,
He
honestly.
shook Matt Poitras's hand.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you think it was a good handshake?
He was like dapped. He like was hugging all his ex teammates and like he met
that's
the.
nice.
It was a
Yeah.
video that the social media team
The
put out.
passing of the torch.
And he met the young kid. It was cool.
Yeah.
It got me
dude.
going. I watched like 7 times.
That's pretty sick,
it got
dude.
me going a
Yeah.
little
Full- but yeah, give me the Bruins. Let's say they win, I don't know, 4-1.
Okay, so under 6.
Yes, no, definitely under.
Are you in agreement with that, Riley? Do you see it kind of going that way, or do you think it's a little tighter?
I
I
don't
see
know,
this
man.
game being tight, but
think
I
so.
see 1.5 Bruins 1.5. See them going with a lead late in the game, empty net goal. They win by 2, something like that. I do think. I mean, this Florida team 4-3. They're not off to. People forget last year they weren't a crazy team
No,
either.
it was
Like,
the year
wild card,
before
dude.
they were very good in
Yeah,
the regular
yeah.
season.
But the emotion this game, I think this is going to be like a playoff type of feel. This game, I'm excited for this one tonight. That's why I think it's going to be close, just because of the
Yeah.
teams, the emotion.
Boy, but for the betting though, I mean, there's nothing more like nerve-wracking and annoying than having 1.5.
I
It's
know.
like
It's-
you just think about, well, if they win by 1, like it's
Yeah.
really annoying. Like, but sometimes these money lines are so crazy, it's like you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously at 165 there, you're kind of not, investing too much. And Jay is saying also the sports equinox, all 4 major sports are playing tonight.
Yes.
Oh, very true. And kind of unrelated, but I guess technically it's part of the equinox, but this happened yesterday, and it's my bad for not mentioning it at the Horseshoe. We did have a scoregami situation yesterday. I can't believe I forgot that. But the Cowboys-Rams game, first 43-20 game we've ever seen, Tony. So how about that?
That's
Over
pretty
100
cool.
seasons in the NFL.
Wow.
It's amazing though. At this point, you would think almost every scenario has happened.
Really? I don't know, man.
I mean, think
Doesn't
about
really surprise
100
me.
years of football.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
There's a lot of football.
And 20, obviously, that's an easy number to get to. I guess it's the 43. But really, it's like, yeah, I guess you need a lot of field goals basically to get to 43.
Pretty
But
crazy.
yeah, it was just cool.
Jay's on top of his game, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He is.
love it,
So
dude.
that's very good there by Jay. So for my second pick here, I'm gonna go with the Penguins.
I knew
Tough
it.
start to this year, but due to bounce back. Everyone's
Big mistake.
excited about the Ducks, the win over the Bruins.
Pick every favorite.
But that's just a cup of coffee, please. Carlson, Crosby, Tony, Letang, Gutznell, as you used to like to say. Gensel, obviously. But I think 3-0 Pens. Shut out for Jari, Tony, and take the under. No? I mean, is it any different than that for you?
No, I guess not, dude.
Right? I mean, I think they're a better team than they started out. They'll get it together. These guys have been playing hockey
Yeah, I
for
think
too long.
so. The Ducks, though, Ryan Strome, Trevor Zegras.
But I don't know. There's a difference between if they were playing the Bruins or they're playing the Ducks. And
the
I think,
Bruins.
Didn't
they beat who they beat? The Ducks upset somebody recently, right?
the Bruins.
Was it the Bruins?
You're
They beat
right,
us
but
in
I'm
a
saying
shootout.
if it was that
Overtime.
simple, I mean, everybody would be a millionaire. It doesn't mean that they're going to go beat the Penguins now.
And it doesn't mean that, but they could, though.
They could, but they won't.
They could.
They won't.
could.
Michael, right?
They could.
The
Michael,
gym?
would they?
Yes.
Thank you very much. The gym, dude. The car.
The staff, the front
The
desk,
staff.
Plumbing.
the plumbing.
The plumbing, dude. Frank Petrano. I don't know, man. Just be careful.
Petrano has 2 hat tricks this year. I don't know if you saw that.
I have seen that. It's kind of ridiculous, but I mean,
a little
I'm happy
tight,
for
a
him.
little tight
Frankie
spot.
V.
Or no,
Never tight. Never tight.
I thought he was pretty good when he came to the Rangers.
He was.
It just they couldn't fit him salary wise.
No.
That was really the thing.
George.
liked
Mason
him on the Bruins.
McTavish, dude. Dude, honestly, I
I
think
forgot
Frank
he was
is a
on the
great player,
Bruins.
dude. You want to do a little research, dude?
We traded him because he was young. He played like 1-2 years for us.
Wow, he's only
We drafted
29.
him. He's from Mass too.
Yeah, he's from Mass. East Longmeadow. Never heard of it. Pretty crazy. Oh my god, what the fudge? But that's cool. All right, my next pick. Let's keep it moving along here. Damn, dude. So I got Bruins. I got Rangers. Pretty crazy right there. I mean, do I try to go for the dog and the Blackhawks? I mean, it's so crazy how they have like Arizona minus 190. I would never believe. Give me the Blackhawks. Sure, dude. Corey Perry. I mean, let's go, dude. What line is Corey Perry on? He's gotta be on the first line, right? Anyone?
I'm not sure.
On Corey Perry.
Yeah.
Probably now with the injury to Taylor Hall.
No, still third line. That's kind of crazy.
Ryan
Nick
Donato.
Foligno, Philip Kurashev.
Bedsy.
I don't know who Philippe probably Kurashev is.
Yeah, Nick Foligno being on their first line. He was on our fourth line last year.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Interesting.
Corey Perry, Ryan Donato, Tyler Johnson can eat ass, in my opinion, dude. But yeah, give me the Blackhawks. I would say Bedard, 2 goals. Nick Foligno, maybe another goal and assist for him. That first line really put a lot of pressure there on Arizona. And again, I just feel like, I mean, the Blackhawks, yeah, they don't have a tremendous amount of talent, but I just feel like that their 3 lines here can kind of like, I don't know, they can cause some damage. They have some depth to their offense. Their defense, maybe not so much, dude. Seth Jones has been in the league for a minute. I'm not really too sure about these other guys, but that power play unit could be kind of dangerous, dude. So I would say, Arizona maybe makes a few mistakes on the power play. Chicago takes advantage. They win, I don't know, 3-2.
All right.
All right.
Last pick, and I
What do you
know
got?
they
I know
did kill me with that overtime loss last week, but I'm going to go with the Knights. I just think
lock of the week.
Yeah, over the Canadiens. I know Tony's very high on Caulfield and why am I? St. Louis as head coach here. But I think it's just a completely different animal. Jack Eichel showing that he's a better player than Ovechkin. 2 goals and an assist. And I think Vegas cruising here. Take the over. We're going to say 6-2 over the Canadiens, Tony.
Nice.
How do you say Canadiens?
Canadians.
Exactly. That's what I've always said. Tony was always big on the Canadiens. And yes,
that's the way you say it.
We can look at the dictionary.com pronunciation.
Canadiens, dude.
Canadians.
But it just seems like a cheap way to say it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Could be. I mean,
we haven't talked about it in a while, Tony. I didn't think you were going to be that tight when I brought it up. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since we talked about that.
stop it. No way.
It's been a little while.
2
I know
years?
we say Canadiens, but we haven't discussed how people say it in a while.
Yeah.
Canadians. No,
French Canadians.
It is the Canadiens.
It just sounds
8-year-old who was a Canadians fan once told me to fuck off. I had a Bruins thing on, and I was skiing in J Peak actually.
Oh, no kidding, dude.
And I got on this chairlift, and this little kid was just like, "Fuck you, dude."
Yeah,
wow,
dude, that's awesome.
And I was like,
"Good for you, dude."
I was like, "We don't really are rivals anymore."
Yeah, but I mean, you're at J Peak is right up there by the border, dude.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
I
like-
heard the golf course there is. Have you've played it?
Sick, yeah.
Wow, I heard that was crazy.
Used to go up there all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, really nice, cool spot. Hockey rink, skiing, great spot.
Yeah,
I had no response. I didn't say anything.
And what do you say? He's a little kid.
I didn't say anything. He shocked me. I just looked at him and was just like,
should have threw him off the lift.
I think I did. See
you later, dude.
I think I did one of the laughed at him. Was like, oh, you got me.
Yeah, dude, he did.
He did.
That's brutal.
If we could, fellas, just quickly, Tony, go to the world of Major League Baseball.
Wow, dude.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So as Jason Libertelli said, Sports Equinox tonight. So you know what that means. World Series Game 3, 8:03 scheduled for first pitch here. Joe Davis and John Smoltz on the call. Obviously, series all tied up at 1. You got a pitching matchup of Scherzer versus Fat tonight. And I look at this in the Rangers slight favorites at minus 115. Obviously, the Diamondbacks with some level of momentum after a dominant Game 2 victory here. I just don't see a scenario where Scherzer doesn't get completely hammered. I mean, he hasn't shown recently that he can pitch in a big spot against a loaded lineup. And have success. I just don't see it happening. Is there anything I'm missing here, fellas, where you could see him kind of settling in?
I mean, there's nothing that you're missing. However, I mean, I feel like we can pull it up too, but his starts in the postseason, I mean, they win.
Right, but I think that wouldn't that be more random because it's just how the offense performs and has nothing to do with how he pitches?
I mean, I wouldn't say random. I think it's Bochy managing him very well and their offense doing very well.
I mean, 9.45 ERA, though. That's brutal.
I know, dude. Let's pull up his last few starts.
I mean, also on the other side of the coin, you have Brandon
Fought? Yeah, I think it's
Brandon
Fought.
Fought.
But again, he hasn't pitched well for the Diamondbacks. He's
But
pitched okay in the postseason, but still winning games.
He's been good in the postseason.
I know he's been okay in the postseason.
Like, is that going to keep up? Like, I can see him getting
Mhm.
hammered by the Rangers tonight. So it's just
Yeah.
like, and I agree with you with Scherzer. Scherzer against this lineup, who has proved
Mhm.
that they're in the World Series. They're not the underdog Diamondbacks. Like, this is a team that can play with the Rangers. They play with
Right.
every team in the league. Like,
Yeah.
the mass people have to realize, stop. Like, they have no chance in every game. No, they just blew them out in game 2. They
Right.
should have won game 1.
Right.
Like, this is a good lineup, a very good team, and we've seen Scherzer not pitch well lately, and we can see him getting hammered tonight. So I think take the over in this game. There's gonna be a lot of offense tonight.
A lot of
Mhm. A lot of
offense,
offense.
and you would think the crowd will be into it. First World
I hope
Series
so.
game at Chase Field in 22 years.
Let's go.
So I'm sure they're fired up. Now you say take the over. Do you say also though take the Diamondbacks?
No.
It's just that this is a classic game where I probably won't touch the teams and just take
Take the
over,
total.
because
Ridiculous.
I want to take the Diamondbacks. I would love to take the Diamondbacks,
Yeah, you can't bet with your heart though.
but something about you can't bet with your heart. And
I thought
something
you're supposed to
about-
listen to it.
You are supposed to listen to it.
No,
but not in this
not in betting. Not in betting. You
Yeah.
to your heart and betting, dude.
my
No
God.
way.
You'd be so broke. You'd have to call that helpline.
You call the edge.
it's
So what do you're saying? Offensive shootout, back and forth. Rangers pull it out
I think
late.
the Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Rangers. win
Rangers
this
pull it
game.
out. Let's do it.
Scherzer's line, Tony, and the final score. Go.
I say Scherzer's final line. I give him 4 innings, maybe like 80 pitches. Give up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, maybe like 3-4 Ks. Final score: Rangers 7, Diamondbacks 5.
Wow. I mean, I
yeah.
definitely agree with you on that line. Just I don't think he's going to do anything respectable out there. But I'm going to say Diamondbacks get it done.
Wow.
I do agree with you guys on the over, but I'm going to say D-backs. We're going to go 8-4 over the Rangers.
Wow.
Commanding 2-1 lead. And the line you just said, I mean, and I understand the age and all that and all that he's accomplished, but I mean, I can't, and I know, yes, the salaries are split up, but I can't think of a bigger ripoff than Max Scherzer's salary. I really can't, because this is why you bring in a guy like Max Scherzer, and we're all just saying, I mean, he has no chance to have a good start tonight, and I think that's a problem.
No chance.
Just like your mother, a little hot water here, losing a bet to your dad over the Giants, huh?
Yes. I'm sure, my dad, obviously the Jets advocate, the fan that he is. I wonder, I mean, what the bet was. Bet probably dinner or something.
Mm-hmm.
Make me coffee the next morning.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And I Tyler Johnson, what's Lonnie talking about?
No, I said that. I said Tyler Johnson. I said
But
that.
who's Tyler Johnson?
He is on the Blackhawks.
You can eat a
Third line.
Oh, okay. I
Used to be on the Lightning when the Rangers had played the Lightning in the playoffs, Eastern Conference Finals. Tyler Johnson, hat trick out of nowhere. Never amounted to anything after that. Just had the hat trick, defeat the Rangers, and then has a shit career. Now he's in the Blackhawks. And there you go.
Wow.
My mother says she couldn't believe the Giants lost, I'm assuming. Well, what did you bet, Mom? We got to know.
We want to know what the wager. I'm thinking a sit down dinner.
I think dinner too.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe a night at the Borgata.
Not a bad thought, right?
Oh God, that sounds so cool.
What would you right now, Tony? Any meal, what would it be?
Any meal? What
Yeah.
the fuck, dude? That's a ridiculous question. I'm gonna try. God, dude. Honestly, what I've been really craving, because one of the kids at the broadcast is like lactose intolerant for cigar broadcast, so he doesn't eat pizza.
$100 bet. Wow.
So
high stakes.
$100.
It's a lot.
That's kind of funny. They bet $100. Wow. But anyway, he gets his buffalo chicken hero from Goodfellas because he can't eat the pizza.
Yeah.
So he orders his own sandwich. I want like something. What? I want like a buffalo chicken hero. Like
I want buffalo chicken dip.
buffalo
Nothing
chicken
like
dip.
a good buffalo chicken dip.
No, there is something like
with
it.
pita bread or pita chips.
Tostito scoops.
Tostitos
and
are
artichoke.
brutal, Michael. I mean, there's got to be some scandal with Tostitos, no?
A scandal? Why is
Yeah.
there a scandal with Tostitos?
Yeah,
Tostitos
all
are
the
great.
carcinogens, like, please.
Carcinogens.
No.
No,
Yeah, I don't think
that's
so.
a-
No, absolutely not.
There's a
Can't do that.
heavy process involved with Tostito chips. There's
You're a
no
heavy
way-
The
process.
scoops.
But I just don't get with all the alternatives out there. Why does anybody get Tostitos?
Those chips you get, Tony, we love them.
Yeah, I don't even know what they're called. To be
Are
honest,
they
dude.
like the light tan bag?
No, it's a white bag.
It
The
is a
bag
white
is
bag?
white,
You're right.
and I don't know.
Yeah, no, because Pooch gets those all the time.
Oh God, dude, I don't even know what they're fucking called. I don't. I just know them by the look.
Yes,
They're like
and they're
$4,
way
dude.
better.
They
They're
are way better. The only problem is that they talk about a scandal. There's no way to close the bag. Okay, you have to open, and you have to like cut it open, so it's open, dude.
Oh no, you are thinking of something different, but I've had those as well.
It's like
I
some
know.
aunt or mother. There's a woman on it. Because I don't know it by name. I know it by look, dude.
Is it
by
a brown
feel.
bag?
No.
Sorry.
No, you're thinking of what I'm thinking
It's
about,
a white
right?
bag.
It's the same
What
type
are
of
you
bag, but
thinking
you don't have
about?
to
You
cut
don't
it.
know the name of your chips either.
I don't.
I think they're like jalapeno and agave chips. Yep, this is them.
Yes,
Menina.
Menina. That's not what I was thinking, but those are very good. But yeah, so I just top of mind awareness here, Tony. I mean, what made you go Tostitos instead of Menina? Yeah,
It's
but
not that it's
Tostitos-
basic. First of all, shh. No one.
That's the one.
No one. And you can't.
Which one? Which
can't-
one?
From Maine Round.
This is made in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
No way, dude. Menina is Rhode Island. This is like Haagen Dazs.
Contact them and see if we can go there.
To Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm down with that. I'll be a big advocate for
Those are
them.
the ones I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, it's a white bag. No, because the brown bag is I think the brown bag is like their salt regular one, but this is the jalapeno agave one. Very good. Anyway, scoops. You can't tell me like they're made for dips, dude. Like they so many times I have other chips.
Lazy take.
It's not lazy take. It's ergonomic. They're smart.
Ergonomic?
Ergonomic. They're made to scoop and they don't break. And they have the fucking shelf so you can, bro. There's so many times, especially buff chicken dip. The scoop and you just go like that, and there's a mound in there. It's a bowl for you. It is a well-made chip. It's smart, and that's why I respect it, dude.
But I think unless it's a flimsy chip, I mean, it's not going to break. I mean, or if you're too aggressive, like bull in a china closet dipping it.
I
right?
want to be able to aggressively dip my chip, dude. Okay.
I don't know. You know what it is though, honestly, because I feel like
What?
I've had
What?
so many really good chips from like a Mexican restaurant that it's
Yeah,
like having Tostitos. I don't know. I'm like really like anti-Tostito. I have to say.
I will say, we actually had Tostitos yesterday here. They're okay, dude. But again, they are better chips, homemade tortilla chips, like obviously
Yes.
in a restaurant.
Take
Way
out the
better.
carcinogens.
But again, like why don't they make scoops?
true. Maybe patent it.
Why doesn't anyone make scoops?
I think it's a patent. Honestly.
It must be.
Yeah.
That's kind of
No
crazy.
one else does it. No one.
Imagine that's actually good for Tostitos to have a patent on the fucking scoop, dude.
Yeah, good for them.
Good for
Good
them.
for them killing everybody.
Why are they like? First of all, like,
Michael?
where's your proof here? Sure.
Yeah, drink your coffee.
Oh man.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you drink that coffee. You talk about carcinogens that'll kill you.
No, they
Yeah,
don't need to
yeah.
do that
No,
because
No.
they don't need to do that because the price gets everybody in the door. There's no reason to do it. Right, Michael? Chick-fil-A, some of these other national places. I mean, there's
Chick-fil-A.
something in there.
Yeah, honestly, like Chick-fil-A post road opening. Like, are you
Yeah, I
good to
heard,
go?
yeah, I heard.
Yeah, but I thought
Next
the
to
carcinogens.
Next to Pants.
No, it's God's
But
chicken.
what? Not even like from the chicken. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I heard something that it's literally like they put something in it where like you're like addicted to it.
Like-
What is that? What
shit's
is
Stop
fire,
it.
though.
Who does that? Who?
Dude,
Chick-fil-A puts an addictive chemical.
it's called good food.
No, but
I
you're
don't
saying
know,
all
dude.
of the like fast
Yeah.
food places besides
Yeah.
Duchess. Yes.
Yo, Dutch is fucking fire, dude.
Never been.
You wanna go right now?
Riley,
Yeah,
honestly,
right
that's
now,
a
dude.
tragedy that you
Yeah.
haven't
I've
been.
never been. We have to go. I
Yeah.
drive past it
Yeah.
all the time. Never been.
Chili
I gotta
cheese
Primo
dog,
pizza.
bacon.
I've
Have to do
never
it.
had that chili. Next
Yeah.
time we'll go. I'll try the chili dog. it's
Milkshake.
just-
Milkshake.
it's
Have you had the
just-
milkshake, Tony?
No, not from there. But it's
What?
just it's so because root beer, and it's just so hard. Like just like to get like, dude, I want the burger with fries. You house it.
You a root beer fan?
Love root beer.
But I don't know.
Favorite
I
soda?
haven't got it in a
Hands
while.
down.
But they always had where it was like 50 cents extra, $1 extra
For the
where
dog?
You get your combo meal and then you upgrade to the milkshake.
But
But
I'll try that. Yeah. I'll
might
try
as
that.
well.
But still, I don't know, man.
There's something
I'm
about
not-
for you the fries, the burger, the soda. You want the soda.
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
End of the day.
Because like I don't know, the milkshake sometimes. I mean, dude, I love milkshakes, but I don't know. With a meal is where
Right.
I start to
Eat the
think,
meal
like,
first, I guess. Have a side water.
Right. Yeah, that's what I would have to get. Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. But yeah, the milkshakes are very good.
My mother says they inject the chicken.
Wow.
Wow. And then my mother also says those scoops are great. I think she says sounds terrible to the buff chick sandwich I was talking about.
Possibly.
She says, I want that more than Sunday dinner? Question mark. Well, right now, I mean, obviously not. I would love to have macaroni and meatballs or Joe and Pat's. Well, I was just thinking in the vicinity that's like reachable to me, you know, like in this area. Joe and Pat's, I would love some best pizza out there, dude. My mother also says don't curse. And then Matthew Ryan says, Tony, I will make a bet with you. If Zach Wilson balls out, I will take you to dinner. Okay.
It doesn't seem like there's anything on the line for you.
Lock it in. I don't know what balls out really means though. Like if he just balls
You
out.
get dinner with Matt Ryan.
Yeah, no, I would love to get dinner with Matthew Ryan.
For
Where are you guys
me,
going? Where's he
honestly,
taking you? Where's
For
he taking
me,
you?
honestly,
Take me Chick-fil-A. I don't care.
I would say balling out
Oh.
is 280 with 3 touchdowns and no picks or fumbles.
Yeah. No,
What do you
I
guys
agree.
think?
Yeah, balling out's like he went nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not,
No,
not
but like specific
220,
line, like
45% completion.
What'd you say? How many yards?
I would say
280.
280, 270 is still
275.
balling
the
out's like,
difference.
I would say 250 with 2 touchdowns, and he rushed for like
Mhm,
40
mhm.
yards.
Yes. Yes. No interceptions.
Yeah.
or
No
turnovers.
interceptions.
No interceptions,
The minute
obviously.
you go
Yeah,
intercept- yeah.
That's the bare minimum. No interception. Like if he has
No
270 with 1 interception, can't be have 1 turnover.
Last thing here, though, your mother's saying no the agave chip, so I guess she's not a Nina fan.
No, I wouldn't think so. I don't know. She keeps it simple, you know, dude. Her favorite potato chip is like the Lay's red bag wavy potato chips, like just
Mhm.
classic. Like she doesn't do really flavors that often. No, oh my god, great one. And again, like my mother is I know everything I bought is gone over there.
French onion dip or no? With the
No, my mother is big. I grew up on that because my mother
Yeah.
is just a huge fan.
make it
when-
from scratch.
Making from scratch with the onion soup mix, and the sour cream.
Yes,
it is so
yes.
freaking good.
I haven't had that in a while, but
And I'm
it's
telling you,
addictive.
dude, like I don't know, like I grew up never having the jarred onion dip,
Mhm.
and then in college, obviously, some people would bring it because that's what they grew up on, and it is the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life.
What-
The jarred, like the
one that
jarred
you make with
onion
the
dip.
water?
The jarred onion dip. That's like no, because like Tostitos makes one, Lay's makes their own, and it's like
With the powder.
disgusting.
With the powder?
No. When you make your own,
Yes, it's like a
It's
little.
great.
Yeah, it's
It's like a
gas.
little
Yeah.
circle like thing like this big.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the glass one. That's
yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't want
Oh,
the
that
pre-made
one's
one. The
fantastic.
pre-made would stop it,
Yep.
dude.
Let me a different
But yeah,
one.
I'm freaking. I can house those chips right now.
Different world.
My mother also says Giants should have won. Jets made so many mistakes. My mother says at Mary Material, look as this win wasn't a win. My mother says that she made the dip for the game.
The French onion dip.
Yeah,
French onion
it's so easy, bro.
Yeah.
You just the mix, the sour cream, you mix, and
Favorite
then you mix
potato
it,
chip
dude.
brand? Go.
Brand.
Yeah.
Thorn. Wow, it's tough, dude. Honestly, what's Deep River?
Deep River. Okay, yeah.
Deep River is the one. They're based out of Connecticut, are they not?
No flavor. No flavor. Plain.
Cape Cod.
No flavor. No. Whoa.
No, not
Big-
no flavor. Like I
Wait,
meant just
salt.
like
Yeah.
original.
Well, no, I like sour cream, not sour cream, sea salt and vinegar. Probably my favorite.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
The only
Yes.
thing though, it's like, man, like this
And then
is
you
like,
make it
caked
into a
up.
ball
yeah.
and you eat it.
What would you say, Riley?
Cape Cod. salt
Cape
vinegar.
Cod.
I was gonna say
salt and
Cape
vinegar
Cod
is
as well,
so
but
good,
Ruffles a
too.
close second.
Also,
Honestly,
dude-
I'm over original Lays. I think they suck.
The
honestly.
yellow bag.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're
Brutal.
too thin.
Brutal.
They break in your hand.
You want to talk about
So
a weak
you
chip?
gotta go
Tony.
wavy, the red
Yes.
bag. That's the way to go. Also, dude, but Lay's barbecue, the black bag.
Oh my.
Dude, like talk about growing up and just
Yes,
housing the whole
yes,
goddamn
yes,
bag.
yes,
God,
yes.
oh,
Not a fan of the Black Lay's barbecue chips.
why are you not a fan?
Well, because they are the
I'm not a
same
barbecue-
chip as the yellow
I'm not a
bag.
barbecue chip person.
That's too bad, dude. How about sour cream and onion?
I'm a big sour cream man. Big salt and vinegar. I'm
No,
so
Yeah,
salt,
salt and
I
vinegar
never
till I
liked
die.
salt and vinegar. Now I think
Dude,
it's by
what-
far the best.
Literally, yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I
same.
like when it's
ridiculous.
really
Yeah.
vinegary.
Yeah, Cape
Like,
Cod
Cape
chip,
Cod, so
Cape
honestly,
Cod
dude,
chips.
Cape Cod jalapeno also really good, dude.
The green.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jalapeno, spicy,
Fire.
so good, dude. Deep River as
That's what I
well.
did.
What's Miss Vicky? Miss Vicky is all right.
Yeah, I think Miss Vicky.
Vicky's
Miss
all
Vicky.
right.
Yeah.
And I'd love to meet Miss Vicky one day.
And then your mother thinks Ruffles are too salty, and
Ruffles
Matthew
are too
Ryan
salty.
thinks wavy chips, best chips ever with
the
French onion dip.
I think that's like that
ever had-
pairing is
Yeah.
you can't.
You ever
beat
had
that,
hell of
dude.
a good?
No.
Hell of a good dip? You never had that?
Isn't that
hell
like
of
the
a good-
fake
yes,
cheese?
yes, no bullshit.
The red,
No.
the
Yes.
red, that
Yes.
one's nuts.
It's okay, dude.
No, it's not. It's
Are you talking about like pimento cheese, Brian?
the master.
Maybe.
The fake
yeah.
cheese. That pimento cheese is like weird.
They make those at the Masters, pimento cheese sandwiches.
Yes, they do. And it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like I take a bite and I'm like, oh, this is like good.
I was gonna suggest that.
Pimento cheese sandwiches.
At
yes.
Augusta,
Hello,
a
my
tradition like no other.
Do not bring your phone.
Like, what is pimento cheese? Honestly, my dad likes Dipsy Doodles. Anyone Dipsy Doodles?
I don't know what those
No,
are.
it's not.
Wake up.
No, dude,
I know.
he's just not used to you being here.
No, I am.
Oh, he is.
Shots
Also,
fired.
before Tony did that, I was already about to turn it on.
I saw that. No, I did know.
way,
I did see
dude.
that. I'll
This man
vouch
was
for
in
him.
his pocket.
I'll
No,
vouch for him.
dude, come on.
Come on.
What are
Dipsy
He's
Doodles,
searching
anyone?
for it.
Corn chips? Corn chips.
Yeah.
Like
Fritos.
Fritos, corn chips, so good, dude. Underrated,
Barbecue.
underrated. Barbecue corn chips?
good?
Mhm.
The chili.
Yes.
Barnes
Oh,
Nobles.
the chili.
Yo, what about
the chili
popcorners, though?
cheese?
I feel like though I don't need popcorners. You know, they're
You
just
don't
like,
need them, but like,
Oh, the triangle chips, the Illuminati chips that you like?
Illuminati.
I
Yeah,
know,
dude, that's what they
it's-
are. That's what they
No,
are,
they're
dude.
not.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it.
You just want to go there because of you think we know, Tostitos is.
Yeah. I mean, talking about like the New World Order.
That's a bite. That is a bite.
Talk about the New World Order.
Wow, that's great.
Oh man,
I can't wait till we have our own March Madness of bites.
Can't wait till we have our own New
yes,
World Order.
yes, we do. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But
NWO, dude.
it's amazing here. Another Monday show in the books. A great time, lots of laughs. Good to have everyone here. Thank you for everybody who commented. And we encourage everybody to continue to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. Shout out to the company. Happy birthday, Lonnie.
Happy birthday, Lonnie!
We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Rangers, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.